Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Friday the 9th of February. Let's, before we look at the charts themselves, let's just look at the news events that's coming up today. Sorry, there we go. News event got stuck back a little bit. So, what's happening here then? We've had Chinese inflation figure coming out higher than expected. Today we've got ECB speakers. As I said yesterday, these are very difficult to do anything with. If that is today, that's fine. That's not, that was yesterday. Let's get today, would be good. Where's 9th? There it is. I thought I'd seen those speakers out recently. So we haven't got them at all. We got final inflation data. They're not they're out anyway, but they're not a mover. We've got ECB speaker at 10:30 there. 1:30 we've got the US updated seasonal revisions on CPI. There might be some volatility kicking around that. Canadian employment data coming out there. And the ECB speakers at 1:15, Fed speakers. So we're in that sort of time of speakers. The weaker speakers often, as there probably are other speakers amongst all that lot that will be speaking as well. So it's just down to the whims of the market at such times. Anyway, let's look at the technicals of the market. There's nothing in terms of massive news there. So technicals, well, what's happening here with the euro dollar? Still technically shifting down. Short term, and this is the this week. This is the 4-hourly chart. The whole week here, it's been gradually trying to work its way back up again there. Yesterday, it put in, actually if I go back to here, it put this sort of flag in. It did start breaking down there in the morning, only to recover effectively, and it's now going pretty choppy sideward. Got the potential with what we're seeing here of a break to the upside, but it could well be limited on the bigger time frame. So yeah, I only want to be short on it. I'll just be patient for it at the moment. The pound, I don't mind being long on. This is also, we're seeing a bit more to the upside here. I'm looking at this from a 4-hourly perspective and thinking, well, if it breaks 126.41, it gives us a higher low, and it's moving quite nicely back into the sort of range and could give us a reasonable target back up to those prior highs at least. I will be putting alerts on this and watching this carefully this morning. Now, it might fly quite quickly if it goes too quickly pre 8 o'clock. Well, I wait until about 8:30 on anyway for these moves before I trace them. They're quite fickle at times at this time. We'll see what develops. I mean, yesterday it was pushing up for quite a while, then eventually rolled over there, but did exactly the same. We're just sort of seeing these retracements, maybe on speakers, that's just turning them back around, but making them very difficult to trade from my perspective at the moment anyway. US dollar yen, we did get the breakout of this. This is triggered and working towards those previous highs here. It was late-ish in the morning when that really got going. It was it was a bit, say it's late in the morning. It was not. It was beyond morning. Oh, there it is, 10 o'clock. It was on the 10 o'clock bar, but it's not done much since. He's sort of broken out there, but there is the potential. It's sort of stepping its way up. You just consolidation phase, step up, consolidation phase. So there's another step. So just waiting for the next step really. Aussie dollar. The Aussie's getting a bit of a recovery this morning. Yesterday it spent most of the time selling off. This morning bouncing back again, but horrible choppy market, really looking for short opportunities, not long opportunities. If it hadn't broken, well, it's possibly still okay, but if it hadn't broken this area here, it might have been on for another step to the downside, and could well be. We'll see what happens this morning. US dollar CAD, the CAD's still trickling its way southbound a little bit from a daily picture. Well, you've still got these tops up here. It's still would want to see it breaking below its quarterly pivot. To be on the short side of it, it's a mess at the moment, to be fair. It's been drifting off for a lot of this week, but lower high in, and hasn't quite put another lower high in, but you can see there's the quarterly pivot, this big white pivot here. Really needs to break down. It's just yesterday it was sort of for most of the day pushing up there. I say most of the day, right up until the afternoon then, and then started recovering. So it's really a game of two halves. New Zealand dollar has been pushing back up again. Goodness, it's just not wanting to play on the sell side. It's such a mess when you look at it though. It's only now starting to sort of look a little bit, at this stage at least, likely that it might actually turn to the upside at some point, but still, well, it's put the higher low in on the 4 hourly here, just sort of changing the pattern a little bit, and on the short time here put the higher lows in. So it's looking like it might be on the turn there. Dollar Swissy, we'll see what happens first thing this morning. I'm not really looking to chase the New Zealand up. I'm still got a short running on it at the moment. New Zealand dollar, well, New Zealand dollar, US dollar Swissy, beg pardon. This is looking like it's going to continue in its upside. It just run out of steam yesterday. It was just barely any movement for a long time. It did get a little kicker there at 1 o'clock. Did a bit of a recovery, but it's just so slow at the moment. Want something that's moving a little bit more, and it's just patience game. As I said yesterday in the trading room, sometimes you just got to be patient. Euro yen is actually, yesterday pushed up for quite a bit in the morning. It had been pushing up, and it did continue for a while, but it's consolidated, and well, there you go. It's trickled up a little bit further. Looks like it could break out again this morning and continue. So we're seeing some potential trends running through these markets. Okay, there's the majors for now. If you want more, join the room at 8:35. Links below for YouTubers. Let's look elsewhere at what's going on here. Gold, just it's a mess at this stage. Even if you're trying to day trade this, it's given one side of the signal, then flying the other side of the signal, and then pulling back up again. I think it's for a lot of people. If I can't make this out simply, and you can't, and you look at it on a daily basis, you shouldn't be trading it. That's my view anyway. Oil did get a bit of a shift on yesterday. It's broken back above its weekly pivot. I was hoping that was going to have a reaction from that. It didn't. It just went straight on. So no trades there. It sort of went early morning. It pushed up and it never reacted and pulled back down again. It just carried on going. So it's well, still sitting down there in the carry on going sort of. Maybe we're going to see more of a wave to the upside, but as I say, bit disappointed it didn't stall and roll over, but didn't cost me anything. Waiting patiently, it'd have been a lovely trade, but here we go. Anyway, that's that for now. The S&Ps, E-minis. What's going on here? Well, yesterday, one of the smallest days we've had for goodness knows how long, just consolidating, and we get into these phases at times, and you see it running sideways. We saw it pretty much right the way through yesterday into this week, beg your pardon. Yes, I'm looking at 4 hourlies here. So there you go, dailies. So it did actually get a kicker through there, but then that was the day before. Yesterday it didn't get a kicker. It's just going sideways. Beg your pardon. So Yeah, the rotor possibly some consolidation. It's all sitting around its highs. It's got more likelihood of continuing to the upside there. The DAX. So again, it's just this one is not actually moving any higher as such. It's just consolidating. It's in a range. It's got tightly in a range. Not particularly interesting there for me. The FTSE is looking like it wants to roll down, even with the higher oil prices. It's not really the correlation there. It's not really helping things. It's looking like a weak old market at the moment. It's just going completely the opposite ways. So would not be looking on the long side there at all. It's actually broken the lows between the two highs there. We could see a continuation to the downside. We'll see what happens post 8 o'clock. It looks softer rather than anything else. Might be just coming back into the range. Right, that's pretty much it. As I say, for now, I will be available in my trading room at around about 8:30. So if you want to join that, there's a link below. Take care. Catch you later. There we go.